Hey everyone, welcome to Daily English Talk. I'm your host, Emma. Today, I'm joined by my fantastic co-host, Eric.
Hi, listeners. I'm thrilled for today's episode. It's going to be a real game changer for anyone struggling to speak English fluently.
Absolutely. We're diving into a common challenge, thinking in English. You might know tons of vocabulary and grammar, but when it's time to speak, your brain freezes, or you're stuck translating from your native language. Sound familiar, Eric?
Oh, way too familiar. Translating in your head is like running with weights. It slows you down. Thinking in English means your brain processes ideas directly, like seeing a dog and thinking, "What a cute puppy," without translating to Chinese.
Exactly. Today, we're sharing 8 practical methods to help you start thinking in English step by step. Let's get started with method number 1. Describe your surroundings in English. This is one of my favorite exercises because it's so simple and beginner-friendly. Eric, do you do this?
All the time. It's like a mini English workout for your brain. When I'm making breakfast, I'll say, "There's a shiny toaster, steaming coffee pot, and fresh apples on the counter."
Listeners, start small. Look at your room and say, "My bed has a soft blue blanket." Or describe the weather. "It's chilly and windy today." You can even describe your mood. "I'm feeling excited for the weekend." This builds a natural connection between English and your world.
If you can't name something like a lampshade, jot it down and look it up later. It's like creating your own vocabulary bank.
Method 2. Use an English dictionary. Eric, what's your go-to?
I'm a huge fan of the Oxford Learner's Dictionary. It's awesome because it explains words using just 3,000 common English words, which makes it perfect for beginners and intermediate learners. For example, I looked up challenge and it said, "Something that tests your ability or strength." No translation needed, just clear English.
I love that one too. I remember looking up the word would and finding examples like, "I would travel more if I had time." That helped me understand how to use it for hypothetical situations. Using an English dictionary forces you to think about meanings in English, which strengthens your mental pathways.
And there are great online options too, like Merriam-Webster's Learner's Dictionary or Cambridge Learner's Dictionary. They often include audio pronunciations and example sentences. For instance, I looked up gorgeous and heard, "The sunset was gorgeous." It's like a mini lesson in one word.
Pro tip: if you're stuck, try using a monolingual dictionary app on your phone for quick lookups. It's a habit that pays off over time.
All right, method number 3, picture word association. This one reminds me of how kids learn language.
Totally. Kids don't translate. They see a picture of a dog and hear dog, and their brains make a direct connection. Adults can do this too. I recommend using picture dictionaries or apps like Quizlet, where you see an image and the word together. For example, you see a picture of a bridge and say, "That's a bridge." No translation involved.
I love using children's books or cartoons for this. For instance, watching Peppa Pig with English subtitles is great because the visuals match simple words.
Method number 4, learn collocations. These are word pairs that naturally go together in English. For example, we say make a mistake, not do a mistake.
Right. The Oxford Collocations Dictionary is fantastic for this. It shows you combinations like heavy traffic instead of strong traffic, or take a nap instead of sleep a nap. Knowing these makes your English sound more natural and reduces the mental effort of choosing words.
And you can find collocations in everyday phrases. For instance, when you order food, you say, "I'll have a coffee," not "I want a coffee." These little pairings become automatic with practice.
Method 5. Memorize framework sentences. These are like sentence templates you can adapt for different situations. Emma, you're great at this. What's an example?
Oh, I love frameworks. For example, when I worked at a cafe, I memorized, "Can I get you started with something to drink?" I'd just swap out drink for dessert or appetizer depending on the moment. For daily life, I use "It's been a while. How's everything going?" It works for friends, colleagues, anyone.
I used frameworks when I started giving presentations. I'd say, "Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I'm excited to share," and then fill in the topic. For closers, I'd use "Thanks for listening. I'd love to hear your thoughts." It's like having a safety net for conversations.
Exactly. Frameworks are like plug-and-play sentences. For example, at a restaurant, you can say, "I'd like the chicken grilled, please." Just change chicken to fish or pasta. Start with 5 frameworks and practice them until they're second nature.
Method 6. Surround yourself with English. This is a classic tip, but it's so effective. Emma, how do you immerse yourself?
I listen to English podcasts every day. One of my favorites is our very own Daily English Talk. I also enjoy watching shows like Friends with English Subtitles, and I read short news articles from BBC Learning English. They're written at the right level with useful vocabulary.
That's a powerful combo, listening, watching, and reading, all in English. It gets your brain used to the rhythm and flow of the language.
Pro tip, set your phone or computer to English. When your apps, menus, and notifications are in English, you're constantly exposed to the language. It's like immersion without leaving home.
Method 7. Practice translating from your native language to English as a diagnostic tool. It helps you spot gaps in your vocabulary or grammar. For example, I'll try saying, "I'm exhausted because I stayed up late studying," in English. If I get stuck, I simplify to, "I'm tired from studying late." Over time, aim to think directly in English.
And if you have a language partner or tutor, ask them to check your translations. I once tried to say, "She's a typical New Yorker," but my tutor suggested, "She's a classic New Yorker." It taught me how small word choices matter.
Method 8. Learn about cultural differences. Language isn't just words, it's culture. For example, in English, saying, "Could you pass the salt?" is more polite than "pass the salt." Understanding these nuances makes your English feel authentic.
Totally. In some cultures, direct phrases like "I need help" are fine. But in English, it's softer to say, "Could you help me with this?" Similarly, when declining an invitation, instead of saying "I can't come," try "I'd love to, but I'm busy that day." It feels more polite and natural.
Let's recap the 8 methods which work best when combined to build your English thinking muscle.
Describe your surroundings in English.
Use an English dictionary.
Learn with picture word associations.
Memorize collocations.
Use framework sentences.
Surround yourself with English media.
Practice translating from your native language to spot gaps.
Understand cultural context. When used together, these methods help you build real English thinking habits. But remember, thinking in English takes time. It's not instant. It's like growing a tree. You plant the seed, water it daily, and eventually it grows strong.
Yes, set small goals. Maybe describe 3 things in English every day. Or learn 5 new phrases. After a month, you'll see real progress.
And don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes are part of learning. Keep a journal of your new expressions and look back to see how far you've come.
And treat yourself. Celebrate your wins. Maybe after learning 10 new phrases, watch your favorite movie in English or grab a nice coffee. Make learning enjoyable.
Here's your weekly challenge. Pick one method, like describing your surroundings for 5 minutes each morning, or learning 3 new collocations daily, and stick with it for 7 days.
Thanks for tuning in to Daily English Talk. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with a friend who's learning English. It really helps us reach more learners like you.
Until then, keep practicing, stay confident, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone. Happy learning.